Alright guys, welcome to today's webinar. This one's by request also. I totally forgot who requested it, so sorry. We're going to be looking at Autochartist. Autochartist is a combination of web, mobile, MT4 add-in for trading. Personally, I wouldn't use it for signals, and we'll get into more on that why, but I would use it to help. I guess you could use it as like an idea generator or maybe a confirmation on trades you're looking to take. You could use it to take trades, but I do find that sometimes the signals come in a little bit late that it gives. Depending on your broker, it is free. Depending on who your broker is, if you have a live Forex account with them. I'll get to that right now on which brokers it covers, and then we'll get it logged in and take a look at it. So let me bring this over here. The brokers that it covers, I'm not going to name them all, but I'll just scroll through. Let me zoom in a bit on it so you can see them. There's my email address, so you know my login now. Okay, so these are the brokers that some of these, if you have a paid account, they'll just give you Autochartist for free. Some of them, hell, they even give it to you. But I'm just going to scroll through them real quick before we log in. And again, I wouldn't look at this as strictly a signal service. It's more of, for me, it's more of an idea or confirm on the trades that I'm going to take. It also it runs on Android and it runs on Apple, whatever you happen to be, and it runs on your MT4. We're going to be taking a look at 2 out of those 3 because I'm not a big Apple fan, so I don't have an iPhone or a tablet. Okay, so Autochartist, when you log in, let me get back so I can see if there's any questions. If you have questions, guys, during this, just go ahead and speak up. Autochartist covers, it has our favorites, trading opportunities. We'll get into what those are. The our favorites are typically, you can set the percentage you want to see on a setup happening. So I just set it to 70% and it drops to 2, or 60% and you get, what, 15. So it's a big difference there. So we get, I'm not going to get into all these. Basically, I'm just going to show how the software works and my opinions on it. But you get Forex, futures, grains. You can see all the markets and everything. Let me zoom in again so you can see. This is everything that you can get signals, ideas from. I'm not going to call them signals because a lot of these I just consider ideas because the probability is so low. But we're going to be mainly taking a look at Forex today. So if we go to Forex and I have it set at 60%, it says we have 11. These are favorites. These are the ones that over 6 months have had their highest performance. So this is historical performance, not like as it's running. And we all know how historical goes. It can either make you money or it can't. It really depends. If we drop this thing down to 70%, drops down to Forex, we get 4 ideas. Someone asked about Euro USD, so let's take a look at it. This is also in the email that I got. So you asked about Euro USD. This is on the 240 minute. This is a 4-hour prediction that they're giving on the Euro. Now, as you can see, you'd want to go to a 4-hour chart and match it up with that. But your question on the Euro, this is what they're predicting. So, a little heads up there on what they're predicting. It's in consolidation now for me, so entry for me is a no-no. Oh, God, sorry, my throat's a little sore. Okay, so what this is here is their favorites. Basically, these are the higher probability setups. Everything here is a 70%. Like this pattern is 79%. We're going to get into more in patterns, how to check the probability and everything on it in a little bit. But over 70% right now they're only giving 4. It's Euro GBP, GBP AUD, NZD CAD, and Euro USD. Now out of 4 of those, only trade 2 of them. They will pop up some odd pairs for you, and when I mean odd, they will come up with some exotic pairs that the spread's like 20 pips. So that's one of the first thing I'd say, that That's kind of useless. And what I don't like is you can't filter pairs. Like, if I could pick the pairs I wanted to see, it would be awesome, but you can't. Okay, so this is just our favorites. Let's move over to trading opportunities. This is where you're going to spend the majority of your time anyway. I have 2 searches set up, if you notice. And let me zoom in a bit, because this might be small for y'all. I have 2 searches set up, Forex 15-minute and Forex 60-minute. And if I click on one of these, it'll update, and down at the bottom, it gives you the search results of basically what is it showing. We'll take a look real quick. So it's searching for chart patterns. I don't have Fibonacci patterns turned on except for emerging, and key levels like support and resist levels. So I guess what we'd cover first is what's Autochartist good for. If you're new at trading, it's good to help you develop and learn exactly what it says on the screen. Chart patterns, key levels, and Fibonacci patterns. It's great at doing that because you can just take a look at them and like it tells you right here what it is. Rising wedge, falling wedge, Gartley, pennant. So if we take a look at it, like I'm going to click on, I see this is what I mean by exotics. SGD, JPY. Hell if I even know what it is. So Gartley, I mean it gets into some pretty complex patterns. And it tells you what the direction is based on whether the pattern is completed or emerging, which we'll cover that in a second, what the difference in the two is. Okay, so alert sound on. This thing will give you alerts if you have it open, and this is through the web interface. We'll get to the other 2 interfaces in a minute. Let's go to 15-minute, and we'll take a look at a couple things. So, you can set up your searches for completed or emerging. First off, now if it's a completed, that doesn't mean it's completed. It means I don't have any. Let me go to chart patterns and see if we can have any. Let me look at 1 hour real quick because I'm trying to see if we can get. There's 3 different types you can get. You get emergency, emerging, completed, or approaching. I don't see any approaching, so I guess we'll just cover the 2 and then I'll show you on a MT4 chart. Okay, so the idea behind this is, let's say you're doing your normal daily trading. How I've been using it is I trade 15-minute, 1 hour, and when I'm bored, 5-minute. So let's say USD JPY, we have an ABCD pattern forming, but if we look on the type, it's emerging. What does emerging mean? It means it's kind of a possibility that it's going to fulfill this. Completed means it's already gotten to the D point, and most likely price is going to go up, not dick around. The percentages that we'll be looking at are on completed patterns, not emerging. And emerging, like right now, let's say this is USD JPY, so let's take a look at it. This is 15-minute. Let's look at it on MT4. I do have USD JPY and 15-minute. So what they're saying from their little chart is on USD JPY is they think, and it's an emerging pattern, it is an ABCD pattern, and they think it is going to go up. And if we go back and look at it, they think price is going to be moving up from here. So it's really that simple of what it's trying to tell you. I like it because it will. Where can I find your recordings? I need to pick up my son at school now. Blah blah blah. I'll post them on the Facebook channel and the what's it called? The website too. I have a whole YouTube channel, so you can bore yourself to death watching them, man. Have fun getting your kid. I just dropped mine off, so. Okay, so back to this. The alert will come in. So far we haven't gotten any. What happens is you'll get a little exclamation point here, and the computer does beep when you get an alert. And it will tell you. If you don't want emerging, you just take these off. I like the emerging because for me, if I'm on the 5-minute and bored, it gives me a little bit of heads up. Or if I want to take a 5-minute trade in Forex or binary options, it gives me a little bit of a heads up on what's going on. So there's three different types, as we can see. There's approaches, emerging, completed. There's also breakouts. So there's four different types, I'm sorry. Now completed is what we get is rising wedge, channel down, pennant, and triangle. This is where the system really could use some improvement. The mobile alerts are a lot better, and I'll get into those in a minute. But let's say you get an alert, GBP USD. So this is a completed one, 15 minutes, channel down. Let me get over there on my chart so we can take a look at it too. 15 minutes. And let's see what it's saying that we supposedly have a setup for. So supposedly it broke this channel and price is going to be moving up to here. Now, as we can see, price is dicking around and not really doing anything. This was completed at 6:15 this morning, which is almost 2 hours ago for me. Let's take a look at what is really going on. So the channel, we could kind of draw it in, which I'm not going to have to because I'll show you how you can load these up on MT4 also. But it still thinks price is going up. This was the breaking candle where you got your alert right here, and then it dropped, and they think price is going up. Sorry. Okay, so if we're looking at it now, how do you judge the, I guess you could say, the quality of this signal by using their little, the mobile alerts give you the quality, but what we have is quality, initial trend, volume, uniformity. All that for me is blah, not really what I see. So we can go to performance statistics to check this type of signal. So it's channel down. If we go to performance statistics, and then we go over to Forex, and then we want to look for channel down. So channel down, they've had a total of in the last 6 months, they've had a total of 1,539 of these signals. 1,144 of them were correct. So they're saying that 74% of the time you get a channel down alert, that it's correct. Sorry, I was getting a little water there. Now you can check. These are the patterns that they're going to be showing, and these are the percentages on them. Like, if you get a pennant, you might as well just avoid it unless it's your signal and you're very sure of it. But if they confirm it, it's about a 53%. It gives you a lot of direction on all their stats. Hours of the day, percentage, quality. These are the top 50 pairs that they had the most accuracy on. But again, you can see they deal with some funky pairs like USD Mexico. I would never even touch that, the spread's so high on it. But you can go through and you could set up your charts according to what they did the highest on. Like USD ZAR, I wouldn't even want to see what the spread on that is. Okay, so let's get back to the fun part, how to use the damn thing. God, I'm coughing like crazy. Okay, so up to trading opportunities, let's turn on everything so we can see what we get. We have 0 approaches, 0 breakouts, freaking 0 completed on Fibonacci patterns. So we have emerging 29 on chart patterns, 4 emerging Fibonacci, and then you get all of them right here. Now, not to be a dick, again, like I say, I really wish you could filter out the pairs. You can't. I'm trying to give you all the good and the bad of this thing. Again, if you're a new trader, this is great for learning patterns because you can get an alert, jump to it, and take alert. It tells you what it is, like we have a descending triangle. GBP, not a bad one. It's an emerging pattern, which their statistics don't cover emerging patterns, only completed. So if you want to be able to trade with their statistics, then I would stick to the completed. But if you're using it to learn or for trade ideas, mostly what I use this for is trade ideas. I don't use it for alerts. I use it for trade ideas or to confirm the alerts I get on my own MT4 charts, because if I get an alert on, say, GBP USD, I will look through, and what sucks is you have to look through them all, but I'll look and see if I can find GBP USD on this list anywhere to say, well, hey, that does match up with what I'm thinking about doing. So it is kind of nice. So let's say GBP USD. There it is. It's supposedly going upwards. If I look at it, what do I see on my chart? Right now it's telling me, this is telling me upwards. We got a small cloud up. The the H4, H1, and M15 are saying upwards, but I'm hitting a daily pivot, so I'd want to see if that closes above this mark, and then I might get into an upward trade. But if we look at it from a longer point of view, it is somewhat in a downwards trend, but this might have been a turnaround. So, like cable right now, I wouldn't take a trade. Let me turn off those lines. Okay, there, the lines are off. Someone said they were cluttering it up. Let me fix that to all my charts real quick. That way you don't have to see lines all over my charts. Okay, there, all the charts are clean. So, as you can see, that's the Autochartist is telling me to take a buy, but for me, my own, how would you say, my own decision-making process right now is a sit and wait, because I'm seeing if this is going to close above the daily pivot, then possibly yes. But we have a nice support here, and then it's a mess back there. And again, remember, the U.S. Open is in 6 minutes, so not touching it. But that's really neither here nor there. Okay, so this is how you get your ideas. For me, again, this is an idea type thing for me. I'm still on the ropes whether I would buy it or not, or use it with one of my brokers. I do like it because over the past 2 weeks, it has actually helped confirm quite a few of my trades. It's pretty easy to use. Do we have any scalpers in the house, Forex traders? For binary options, it's good if you're doing like the 30-minute trades or a little bit longer. For 5-minute traders, no, it's going to suck. Longer term, it is decent because it's going to give you some ideas. Again, I wouldn't say take it as signals. I would say take it to confirm your trades if you can find it on here and match it up. If you're a Forex trader, some of the things I do like is we can go into the price range, and it basically tells you if you're on a 15-minute chart, your take profit and stop loss, which I do like because it does all the work for you of the expected... Oh, that was a horrible hiccup. Of the expected movement, so it helps you set your stop loss. That's one of the things I do like, and if you are a scalper or a Forex trader, intraday, whatever you're doing, I really like that. Okay, so basic interface. Do we have any questions on it? There's volatility analysis that we just looked at from the chart. This is news, and I'm going to get into the smaller features of it in a second. Performance statistics, which we saw. You go to Forex, and you can see how it does. These two, don't need them. Trading communities, when they do webinars, I thought it would be a little more involved than that. Like you could speak to other people using it, but you don't. Whoever asked about Euro USD, I do like that. Yeah, it is on the favorite. It just happens to be on the favorites. Let's see. So while I'm checking out what else it offers, you can ask any questions you need. Don't worry about it. So what else do you get with it other than just the ideas or the alerts? And so far we haven't had any alerts. You do get emails each day, and I'll show the email. Okay, so emails you get. Basically, Forex report. I mean, it's market summary. You get the news. But as someone was asking about Euro, you do get, that's the Euro outlook for today. It tells you where it might break and where you'd expect it to go if it does. So that's kind of nice. And it has all the majors that I trade, because here is Euro, here's USD JPY, GPB USD. So I do like the morning emails. It's nice to get maybe a little idea of where the market's moving. You also get, and let me get my email off the screen and then I'll go back to it. You also get emails on news. I will say that it's kind of useless for news. I definitely prefer Forex Factory or MT4 Indicator for news. Reason being is, like, I got one email saying that USD unemployment for today, but if we actually look at the news calendar, it had a lot more than that on it for today. So the news side of it with alerts for news it's coming is very weak. I would not count on it for messaging and alerts, anything like that. stick to an MT4 indicator that alerts you when news is coming, and your Forex factory calendar. So next way it can work for you is, let's take a look at MT4. NZD USD, doesn't matter. Let's do a blank template. Actually, I'm just going to close this and open up a chart again. It does have an MT4, as we saw at the beginning. You can add in an MT4 indicator for it. It's actually an EA. Let's get to the EAs. It self-installs, so it's one of those download and it does. So the only issue you might have when installing is if you have multiple versions of MT4, you need to know which one you're going to install it to. It's called... I'm an idiot today. Expert Advisors... Autochartist. Let's just drop it on there. Oh, don't be a pussy about it. There we go. Make sure DLL's checked. Okay, we're good there. Okay, so up at the top it'll say Autochart requesting scan. This is going to take a minute because what it's doing is it actually is pulling info from their website. Okay, so now as this pops up, display all symbols is marked. It gives me 5 pages of crap that I could look at. And it's telling me this is all the pairs that I have in MarketWatch. So let's say you have 5 pages but you don't ever trade GBP CAD. Just go to MarketWatch, hit delete. It'll remove it out of there. A lot of people don't know that about MarketWatch, is you can configure this to what you want. Because you can do show all. And if you do show all, it brings in a ton of pairs. You can configure MarketWatch to whatever you want to have just those pairs there. So this indicator, or this expert advisor, feeds off of what's in your MarketWatch. So by the symbols that I have there, it's giving me 5 pages worth. Now, so what happens if you click on one? So let's say I want to see USD JPY. It's telling me M30. It is not lit up, so that means it's approaching. It is not a completed pattern. So let's take a look at what it says. It says it's moving up. Now when I click on USD JPY, it automatically opens the chart for me. It puts it to the M30. Now again, what I don't like is the lack of filtering available. You can't filter pairs, you can't filter time frames. So let's say you're wanting to use this for binary options, let's say middle term expiries, like a 15, 30 minute or 1 hour expiry. It sucks, to be honest. Let's zoom in a bit and let's put the chart shift on and we'll take a look at what it gives us. So hopefully in the future, if it did, it would be awesome, but it supports a little bit more filtering. Right now, it does not support much filtering. So what it gives you is, it's saying that price is going to move up. Let's switch it to a line chart. It's saying price might move up. And it's saying that a triangle is forming. So here's our triangle. And it's saying price move up. Remember, this is a non-completed one. It's just emerging pattern. So these lines here, what are these? These are basically your take profit and stop loss settings that you would use if you got to this alert right when it came out. This is your stop loss. This would be your take profit, and the alert came out somewhere around there. If you're taking this off a 30-minute chart, if you're wanting to let the trade run for an hour, it gives your take profit and or your stop loss and take profit. And if you're doing a 4-hour trade or a D1 trade. So it gives you everything you need as a Forex trader, plus it gives you some hints as a binary options trader on, I'm going to take a 1-hour trade. How far does it have to move? Blah, 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 and so on. Let's go through it and see if we can find one that is a completed. So here's Euro JPY. It's an inverse head and shoulders, and it's completed. Let's take a look. Sorry, I'm sniffling. I really need to get some water too. My throat's dry. The gray area is, I guess you could say, kind of your target. This pattern details box, Okay, so this was Euro JPY. I clicked the view button. As we can see, it moved to 1 hour. It opened the chart for us, and somewhat of an inverse head and shoulders. It said price is going to go up. Now you see how a lot of these aren't working out. So let's take a look. Inverse head and shoulders. I want to see something real quick. Performance statistics. View. Inverse head and shoulders, it says is 85% correct. So you see how we could jump and check out the pattern's probability of happening. Again, a lot of these alerts are kind of old, so it might have gone in that direction, but right now I'm just trying to show it. And I'm trying to show, I wish this was a little more, how'd you say, cohesive, where you didn't have to jump to the website to check patterns like this. Just to see this. Pattern details. And the 80 length is not the percentage. That's just the 85%. It gives you, it's a reversal. What it was saying is price is going to move up. Quality and all this. What I don't like is it doesn't have the percentage. Like, how likely is it to happen? We'll get into a second on what does have that. But for now, whenever you get a pattern, a completed pattern, not an emerging, you can check the probability from the 6-month statistics of a completed pattern happening. But you have to jump back to their website and do it. And again, you have to go to the performance statistics, then pick Forex. And they have chart patterns, key level breakouts, and key level approaches. So they have 3 different sections for statistics for you to find, and then you have to drill down into it to find what the percentage is on that pattern. I do like how that it draws some ideas on MT4. Again, what I'm using this for mainly is to confirm or give me ideas on trades, because sometimes you're bored and none of your normal pairs are clicking. So I will load up like maybe GBP JPY, because a lot of times I don't trade that. But as we can see also, we're getting conflicting signals here. GBP JPY, downward triangle, it says price is going to go down, but on the 30 minutes it says price is going to go up. So again, I would not take their signals. I would use this for ideas and to confirm your trades. For that, it is great. So we covered the website, MT4. Now you also can get mobile alerts. Let's take a look at what a mobile alert looks like. This is a mobile alert. So I get this to my phone, and it's like a text message. You do have to install their software to get it. Now this is what I'd love to see, because they put it together very nice here. And this is an old one, so don't go jumping. This is from like yesterday or the day before. I like the way they finally put it all together here, because you have the chart. It tells you what had happened. It's a support pattern, meaning a support was broken, and they think price is going to move down. And here's what I like. The probability is 70.3%. The pattern, and it gives you a lot of the statistics. The time of day of this pattern fulfilling itself is 75%. Based off of the symbol, it's 80%. So you get all the statistics you want to help you make a decision on it. The problem is the mobile alerts only get from their, and let me show you where these will only come from. It only comes from their favorites page. So there's not a lot of them. But there's enough of them probably to deal with. Oh, sorry. So, I mean, for me, I keep the mobile alerts on while I'm trading during the day, and I will jump to a pair. Even if it's an exotic or maybe not a major, I'll jump to it and look at what the spread is, and if it's not too crazy, I might consider taking the trade. But for the most part, the alerts so far have been found a little lacking, but I like them more because, like I said, it gives you all the details you want at a glimpse. If their web page could replicate this, it would be awesome. But as of yet, you're left jumping around all over the place. So, I guess, I mean, that sums up the 3 ways you can get patterns. I'm going to do overall opinion then. Overall opinion, if you can get this for free through your broker, it's a great tool. It might be worth, if you're new, if you can't get it for free, paying for it for a month or 2, just to help you learn patterns and get some ideas on how to trade and see if it's basically to help you understand the market a little bit. Now, when's it not worth it? If you only trade one pair, yeah, there's no need. at all for this. I trade multiple pairs, like right now, 1, 2, 3, 4. I trade 5 pairs, and then my 6 is a floater normally, just whatever I feel like trading for that day. If you trade multiple pairs, it's a great tool. Would I use it for signals? No. Trade ideas and to verify my trades, great. It works pretty good. The highlights I like out of it are the stop loss and take profit, that it can kind of give you an idea on those. That's one of the things people new into Forex have the biggest issues with, on how to set take profit and stop loss. So it does a good job of that. Other than that, my general opinion of the website and everything is, I think, and hopefully they do move down that line, I honestly think that it needs a little bit of work. This is a nice interface, but I don't like the fact that I have to jump over to performance statistics to check out a pattern. I think in this little window here, they have plenty of room where they could add in the info that you need, like the percentage, the time of day percentage, and things like that. Stability, as we can see right here, this thing's just spinning and spinning. Yesterday, I could not get into it at all. So, I mean, I would say I'm 60-40. I like it, but I think it needs some work. I really like the idea behind it, as long as you're not using it for signals. One of the other things I don't like is down here, I really would like to be able to filter pairs. I want to be able to see just the pairs that I trade, or be able to toss out some of the exotics, because I know some of these have a 30 pip spread on them. They're so exotic, like GBP, TR, whatever it is. That thing has like a 30-40 pip spread on it. I don't need to see useless information on that. The basic search filters here are okay, but this is it for your search filters. You don't get any more than that. You can create new searches. I forgot to mention that, so let's go into that. You just click new search. It lets you create searches based off of anything in here. So for Forex, you can create 15-minute, 4-hour, 30-minute, 60-day, intraday, and if you're an end-of-day trader, because I know a lot of people do binary options end-of-day, it has Forex end-of-day. So it can give you ideas there. Again, these are just, for me, these are just ideas. It does a great job of giving you ideas. It doesn't do a great job of giving signals, in my opinion. I'm slowly just trying to scroll through this just so you can see. It has a ton of shit you can set up alerts for. So for me, what I run is a 15, 30, and 60. So let's set up a 30 on Forex to see how it is. I'd removed it so I could reset it up. Forex 30-minute. And all you have to do is here. Now, I could go through and pick out symbols and create tons of alerts. But again, this is one of the drawbacks of it. And I hit create search. So one of the drawbacks I have with it is if I'm 30-minute, the 15 and the 60 aren't really alerting for me. Unless I've been doing it wrong, I'm not doing it. I'd like to see as an alert goes, but instead I'm having to click to get it to update and give me the alerts. I believe it will give alerts without doing this, but like the 60-minute yesterday, when I clicked on it, it didn't have an alert. And when I clicked on it, there was new charts in there. So I think maybe the alert function's a little bit screwy. So again, I think they're about 75% done with a product that would be very usable, trader-friendly, and nice to use. But for me right now, I mean, it's okay to dick around with because I don't have to pay for it. As for paying for it on a monthly basis, I couldn't see doing it. If it's not free through my broker, this is not a tool I think I would pay for. If you have a Forex account, then yeah, they might pay for it for free. It depends on the brokers. At the beginning of the video, I showed a list of all the brokers that support it. Other than that, guys, do we have any questions or anything? Any features you want to see? Any questions about it? I mean, I like it, but I just feel that it's not a finished product yet. And it's been out for a while, which is surprising. Because I thought it would be... I kept avoiding using it because I don't like to have too much crap open, but I kept getting requests for me to take a look at the software. So let's sum it up. For binary options for mid to longer term trades, I do see this as usable and a good idea to either confirm or help you make some decisions on trades. Yes, I don't see it as something to provide signals for. It's the same with Forex. I think it's a great way to confirm your trade or develop some ideas. I do think for newer people with no clue about trading, it's a great educational tool. On that note, I wouldn't pay for it on a month-to-month basis. I would just let my broker give it to me for free, and I'd probably go out and hunt a broker down that offers it for free with a small minimal deposit, because you can deposit once, get it for free, and that's it, instead of paying a monthly charge. I'm trying to think what else. Any other questions, guys? Honestly, I'm enjoying using it, but again, if I had to pay for this, negative. It's just not polished enough for that. I do think it is a great tool, and I'm going to be posting up charts from it for a while to help some people out, since a lot of people said they did like the charts. Any of the majors giving me an alert, I'll probably be posting those up on the Facebook page, Roman's Facebook page, just so people can see it and maybe help decide if you want it or not. Other than that, man, if there's no questions, I am going to be taking my nap. The police killed me last night with that drunk driver. Let me stop the recording. Yeah, I can show the end of day signals. Give me 1 second. Let me stop the recording. Thanks for watching. Blah, blah, blah. The usual.